Hello everyone and welcome back to another review. For today I want to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have no excuse for why this video was so late. I've been getting too sloppy when it comes to making these videos right now, and I also had to go on vacation in the past couple of days. And I've been wanting to get The Walking Dead out of the way for who knows how long. With that out of the way, for this movie, it's one of my least anticipated movies, even though it's Marvel, because how would it compete in the ranks of Infinity War? But to be fair, it does take place between Civil War and Infinity War. So how much big can this movie be compared to the previous Ant-Man? Let's figure it out. Okay, in the movie, after the events of Civil War, Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, was in house arrest when he was all of a sudden summoned by Hank and Hope to assist them into going to the quantum realm where Hank's presumed dead wife was trapped in all these years. Obviously, this is a smaller scale Marvel movie. One of the only things in my mind right now is when I saw this movie was, where's Ant-Man in all this? And at the very end of the movie, I found that answer. For the rest of the movie, I found as in okay Marvel movie. It's not on the scale. It's not on the scale of early this year's Black Panther, but still quite enjoyable. There are some comedy, or perhaps a bit too much comedy than the previous Ant-Man, though. Like, there are 2 or 3 moments where his suit malfunctions, and I don't know why. And I don't know why he couldn't just switch and use the original suit. I find it as very mind-boggling, and in the next 2 moments of that, it felt unnecessary. Okay, moving on. While I do enjoy the introduction to the Wasp, I felt a bit, what's the word? Oh yes, bamboozled, that Ant-Man reduced himself to a clumsy buffoon and oaf. I guess this movie is a comedy, but that has gone a bit overboard considering that he's a smart thief in the previous film. What I do enjoy the most was the last third of the movie, because I will say one thing: the quantum realm itself. You only see it briefly in the first movie, but here it's shown longer. And wow, was I surprised and also a bit grossed out on how it actually looks in the movie. For the characters themselves, there's Scott, aka Ant-Man. He still retains his care for his daughter and his desire for redemption. The only difference here is his sudden clumsiness, like I said earlier. And then there's Hope, aka Wasp. There are times where she, steals the scene, like they say. Like when Ant-Man's suit malfunctions for the first time. That part gave me a laugh. And then she became the Wasp for the first time in the movie. I find that I was impressed and entertained. Hank Pym he seems a bit pessimistic, especially when meeting, let's see, what's his name? I'll just call him Lewis. I don't know. Starting over. Especially when he meets Lewis and the group. Not much new except wanting to see his wife again. And then there's Lewis. As I said, I don't know if that's his name, but I'll try to correct it as a text. He is still one of the funniest parts of the movie in my opinion, especially every time he's on screen. I kept thinking of a meme that goes, "Get this man his own movie." And then you have Goliath, or at least that's what he calls himself back in the day. He was Hank's working partner until they had a fallout. Other than that, there's not much for me to say about him without spoiling this movie for all of you, even though this review is a week and a half late. And now for the villains. There's Ghost. I just think she's an okay villain. She has a reason for doing what she does in the movie, but with the past 2 MCU villains in the previous movies, she's far from being a memorable villain, because for the most part of the movie, she's just over the top. And then there's this rich arms dealer guy, his name escaped me, but I don't care because he had little to no purpose, other than giving the heroes more villains to fight. Every time he comes on the screen, it makes me want to say, "Go away, you're not wanted here." Even though I had quite an enjoyable enough time with this movie, I expected a bit more from it. I still enjoyed it for the action, the humor, and most of the characters, but my goodness, did Ant-Man have gone a little bit sloppy. I'm going to give Ant-Man 2 a 6.5 out of 10. If you enjoy the first Ant-Man, I'd say go ahead and watch this one, but don't get your expectations to a high. And now, join me next time for Mission Impossible 6 and some more Walking Dead. Don't forget to like this video, comment down your thoughts on this movie, and as usual, hope you all have a great day.